Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be doing Cypher from HackTheBox. This is a box art about solid medium. And yeah, let's get on to the video. As always, so I'm going to start by opening my terminals here. I'm going to do a ping count for 3. We'll do this for 10, 10, 11, 57. We did get a response back from the server, so I'm going to sort of mmap scan. So do mmISSC for default scripts information. It's kind of ports on the IP. We'll do minus v verbose. Look at the port today. I have 2 ports open. Port 80 open for HTTP and port 22 open for SSH. I'm going to start visiting port 80. And no, we do have the, it was recognized the host name since I do have this under my /easy hosts. I did just put this for 10, 10, 11, 57 for Cypher HTTP. And we do have the host name for Cypher HTTP. So look at this page, we do have a login, about, and also a home. I'm going to do control U source code. And nothing out of here. So I'm going to start by doing some more enumeration, running a GoBuster. So click my terminal here to GoBuster dir mode minus into the IP address. We'll do minus W for user share word list. GoBuster directory list 2.3 medium.txt. We'll do access HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Look at this. We do have a index.html, index a /API, about.html. I'm going to go to this /API to see what we do get. And we do have a detail not found. I'm going to send this as like a post. Sometimes if this is, this really is a API, I can send this as a post. We'll do curl -x for a post. I guess it's looking for a slash, or it's looking for a detail. So do -d for detail is equal to like test. And we get a detail not found. If I specify nothing, we don't get anything for this detail. I can also try for like a question mark or API. I think this is going to, I'm not sure if the API docs or just, I don't know, it's going to a, just the API, I guess. I'm not too sure. Maybe we can do like API -d for detail. Maybe it's looking for like a detail parameter. And this time we don't get a response back. We'll do -v. Yeah, we don't get anything back from the server. So I'm guessing it's looking for, it is looking for a detail response. So I'm going to go to home about, I think I do here, we'll go to login. So I'm just try this for like admin pass. And we'd give an access denied. And we don't have anything. Looking back at the GoBuster, we have a /API. We'll go to a, this is redirecting to a 307, a 301 for login and a testing. So I'm going to open this /testing. And we have a jar file, but this is a custom jar file. So I'm going to copy link location. I'm going to wget this onto my machine. And we do have that custom jar file. So I'm going to use a Java decompiler. You can this is the one I do use. You can download this on Windows. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start up a Python server and also transfer this to my machine and to my Windows machine. And I'll see you guys on my Windows machine. Okay, so I did transfer the binary. As you do see, we have that custom .jar file. I'm going to put this into, I just put this into Java decompiler. This will give us the .class, of course, since it's compiled to a .jar. Let's go to custom functions. We do have a custom function, also a hello world procedure. I'm going to go to this custom functions here. We do have some, let's start by reading the code. So we have a procedure name. This is called to a custom get URL status code. This will return the HTTP status code for the given URL as a string. And we have if not to URL case. We'll start with HTTP. Starts with HTTPS as well. We have the URL, which is inputted. And we have the string command for /binsh, and this will put in the plus URL. The thing about this is that we have the command, which is being put into a process for that get runtime. And it's going to execute that command, which we have this highlighted for the command. So maybe we can break out of this using like a semicolon for like command injection. Most likely, since we can start by course, by the name of the machine, it's called Cypher. It's probably going to be a Cypher injection with Neo4j. Doing that, we'll go back on Linux machine. We'll start by getting our payload. So now we're back on our Kali machine. So we do have that jar file, which we did decompile to get that .class. So I'm going to do a Cypher injection. I mean, it's kind of in the name. So I'll just do a Cypher injection. I like using this Pentesterland, this page from Pentesterland. So just some background of what's going on. We're going to be doing a Cypher injection. However, we're going to be using the Cypher query language to inject directly into the database for Neo4j. So like when you're using like SQL injection, you're going to be using SQL for like MySQL. This case is going to be a Cypher query language to directly execute commands on the command or on the database. So I'm going to go to like a create clause. We can confirm that using this Neo4j database. Let's go to login. We'll go to username, go to sign in. And we are getting an error. So I'm going to go to spect. We'll go to story or network. Run this one more time. We get an auth. We check the response. We're getting an error, or like when it's translated into the database, it's getting this match user secret SHA-1 where. And you'll see we have an error for Andy. So I'm going to open up my text editor here. So I want to start by creating our own command to execute that get URL status code that was in the Java. And then getting that, specifying the URL, as well as using netcat to run a bin/bash and get a reverse shell onto our machine. So do a quotation mark will allow us to get a new line to specify a new, so we're not in between quotations, so we can specify a new query. So do a return one as union call. Union call is going to be for that get URL status code, so we can get so we can call for that status. As we did know, we did have the get URL. I'm not sure if it was caps or not, but we can do get URL status code. We can specify our IP address now. So do ifconfig for 10.10.16.16. We'll do HTTP. Specify that. I'll specify the port because I'm not sure if this is gonna. By default, it's gonna be for port 80, but I just specify port 80 just in case. Then we can use a netcat. So we'll do netcat for 9001. We'll execute /bin/bash. Put this in quotation marks. Let me zoom out. Next, we just want to avoid everything that is after when the command is run, so we don't get any of that output. We can do a status code as a return a, and then we can ignore everything that's after our commands that are run. We'll run the netcat for port 80. I'm going to start up my Python server. So clear my terminals here. So do Python 3 -m http.server on port 80. Get port 80 open. I can do all rep. Netcat my SLMVP on 9001. We'll copy that. Let's go to sign in. Do we get a hit on our server? We do have a hit on port 80, but we don't get a connection back. So I'm going to start by using BusyBox. BusyBox will allow us to run that netcat -e. However, this has to be on the box. So if it's not on the box, then we can go to other reverse shells as well. Sign in. We get a hit out from our server. We get a connect back. We do ID. And now we're under Neo4j. So do a Python 3 for a TTY. We'll export my term is equal to xterm. Clear my terminals here. We'll go under /home. We have a user as a graph ASM, cd into graph ASM. And also this YMM file. Cut this out. And we have some credentials for, I'm guessing it's going to be for this user. So switch users to graph ASM into the password. And we do have that. So I'm going to SSH. We do have port 22 open for SSH. So I'm SSH into graph ASM, I believe, for 10, 10, 11, 10, 10, 11, 57. Enter that password. From our terminals here, we do ID. And now we're going to graph ASM. So I'm going to start by doing a sudo -l. We do have a user local bin bbot. So sudo, do sudo -u for root for bbot. We'll check what this tool is. So we have an OSINT tool. So anytime there's like custom tools or tools made by that just run in the box as sudo for root, I look for anything for like config or anything that can be inputted into the program to read output for us. I do see a -c for the config. So I'll use like a -cy for that. And we can skip the scan confirmation prompt as well. So we'll start by doing that. So do a sudo -l. So we'll do a sudo -u for root. Run that says root. We'll do -cy. We can specify that config file, but instead of specifying the config file, we'll do a -sh for id_sa. And we'll also solve that -- dry run as well. Let's see if we can run this one more time. Let's enable more verbose. We can specify more verbose through doing a -d. So do -d. And we have the file which is being used as the config, but we don't have anything under this .sh. Let's do this for a root.txt. Press it on that. And now we have that root.txt. So instead of just getting the root.txt, I'm going to see if I can, I mean, the only way really would be to crack some hashes. I'll start by checking for doing this under /etc password. And we do get the /etc password. We'll do the same thing now for shadow. And we do have that shadow file, and we have roots hash as well. We do know we can submit that flag for that root.txt. Starting with CD. Well, guys, if you watching the video, don't like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.